Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius August 19, 2024. You're in a Venus cycle that brings more mystery to your love life, feelings, and affections. It may not be the most upfront period for your love life or personality. Still, you're releasing outdated attitudes and clearing space for new experiences and feelings to enter your life. In the first half of today, there is some tendency to make poor emotional decisions due to a Venus minor challenge. Try to look past immediate desires, which could be leading you down the wrong path. Avoid putting too much weight into hunches or observations until you get more proof. With this transit in play, your perceptions may be more influenced by fears or worries than by logic for the moment. As well, there can be pressure on mental levels as the day advances. Nervous energy tends to run high, and the desire can be to break away from conventional methods. In the process, you could stir up unnecessary tension, especially with abrupt or impatient moves. Consider ways to go your own way that cause less disruption. If you can manage it, narrowing your focus could benefit you. Refining plans, projects, dreams, or hopes can be healing and soothing. Cosmic storms grow on the horizon today and tomorrow. As mental Mercury dashes through in a retrograde through your solar house of friendships and communities, he'll feel the crack of lightning from electric Uranus. Our Great Awakener is orbiting in your solar house of intimacy and shared assets, which means bad news in your personal life could be leaked out by one of your friends. Try to hold yourself upon steady ground. Even if you feel triggered, table matters until later when the dust has settled. You'll be much happier than you did. Change your passion project. You might be up in the air about making a significant change to an ongoing creative venture. Instead of wavering any longer, make the change when the Moon in Aquarius conjuncts Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. If it is the type of project that you can duplicate, then make a second copy. Having a backup version of your original project will give you that peace of mind as you experiment with the changes you want to make. If not, have faith that your changes will lead to something better than what you had before. You are an excellent friend, although you can easily become overextended. The ability to see and understand motivations of others can end up making you confused about where you stand, personally. Give yourself some undivided attention today and quiet your inner voice. Yoga is an excellent way of doing this while also strengthening your lungs and nervous system through deep breathing. Why not dedicate some of your energy to yourself? You'll appreciate the enhanced concentration that is a side effect of yoga. This is a day that will highlight your dedication, dear. Your willpower will be solid today and your faculty for organization at its best. Once more you will know how to realize a perfect accord between your sense of duty and sacrifice. If you're able to realize an action that is useful for the public, like visiting someone who is sick or helping friends or family, go for it. Nothing will stop you from acting and for the good of all. As both the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, begin to offer significant support to the planets in your relationship sector, the Moon's departure from your communication sector yesterday has set things in motion. With both planets in your relationship sector and Mercury all in retrograde motion, there is a heightened focus on addressing past issues and unspoken words. As we head into the weekend, the Moon is now shifting attention to matters close to home, providing an opportunity for greater emotional and intuitive engagement. The lead up to the Moon's return to your romantic sector yesterday brings you to an important point in any month for doing what you can to make your life as love-friendly as possible. With the Moon not only returning to begin the lead up to the only full moon in your romantic sector this year, but with some favorable days coming up on the relationship front, this is something that you need to make room for. Our eyes in the sky. As the Moon enters Aquarius and aligns with Pluto retrograde, you might notice a surge of intense emotions bubbling up to the surface. It's one of those days when your feelings might seem to carry an extra weight, and it can be challenging to shake off what's on your heart and mind. If you're finding it hard to detach, Don't worry, that's perfectly natural. We all have those moments when our emotions feel larger than life. But remember, how you manage those emotions makes all the difference. Think about a time when you were overwhelmed by a situation or decision, and instead of reacting impulsively, you took a step back. Maybe it was during a disagreement with a friend, or perhaps when faced with a tough call at work. You knew that diving headfirst into conflict wouldn't solve anything, so you gave yourself space to breathe. That's the kind of energy today is bringing, a gentle reminder that sometimes, the best course of action is to take a step back, reflect, and give yourself the room you need to regain your composure. And that's okay. Giving yourself space doesn't mean you're avoiding the issue, it means you're wisely choosing the right time to address it. By postponing important conversations or decisions until you feel more balanced, you're setting the stage for better outcomes. After all, we make our best decisions when we're calm and centered. In the midst of this emotional intensity, it's important to approach your responsibilities with a sense of calm and intention. Have you ever noticed how, when you're in a steady, focused mindset, everything seems to fall into place a little more easily? That's the energy to tap into today. Take your tasks one at a time, and remember to be gentle with yourself as you navigate through the day. You don't have to have it all figured out in one go. And don't forget, amidst all the hustle and emotional processing, make sure you're carving out some time for joy. What activities light you up? Whether it's catching up with a friend, diving into a favorite hobby, or even just taking a walk outside, those small moments of happiness can make a big difference in keeping you balanced. When the world feels chaotic, these simple pleasures remind us that joy is always within reach. Now, for those of you who are single, today might bring an unexpected but welcome surprise. There's a certain charm in the air, you might find yourself catching someone's eye, or perhaps someone catches yours. It's one of those days when new connections feel exciting and full of potential. If you're open to it, don't be afraid to explore where these moments could lead. But remember to stay grounded. It's easy to get swept up in the excitement, but taking things step by step will help you avoid rushing into anything too quickly. Speaking of decisions, today might not be the best day for making big purchases or financial investments. With the current cosmic influences, there's a higher risk of acting on impulse, which could lead to spending more than you intended, whether that's financially, emotionally, or even in terms of your energy. When we're caught up in the moment, it's easy to overlook the bigger picture, so take a step back and give yourself time to reassess. There's no rush, and giving yourself a little breathing room can make all the difference. As you move through the day, stay mindful of your energy and emotions. It's okay to take things slow, to reflect, and to prioritize your well-being above all else. If you've been feeling a bit off balance, what are some ways you can reconnect with your inner calm? Maybe it's talking through your thoughts with a close friend, practicing mindfulness, or simply giving yourself permission to pause and breathe. Whatever it is, know that taking care of yourself is always the right move.